And by the way,
despicable.
Santorum and Satan. The former senator from Pennsylvania warned in 2008 how politics and the government were falling to Satan. He said, Satan has his sights on the United States of America. Satan is attacking the great institutions of America, using those great vices of pride, vanity, and sensuality as the root to attack all the strong plants that had so deeply rooted in the American tradition. He's completely nuts, right? I mean, Rick Santorum strikes me as a deeply disturbed individual, but this is really the guy. This isn't a farce. And if it were a farce, I can't imagine what the real Rick Santorum would be like. But unlike Mitt Romney or Newt Gingrich, this is the real Rick Santorum.
Right. And I cannot think of anything closer to Satan than Rick Santorum, personally. I'm completely serious. It's hard for me to think of any person that might be closer to Satan than him.
Rick Santorum is even saying that Satan is taking hold of some religions. Well, yeah, I thought Satan was a religious
That was the
figure.
plan, right?
He says, we look at the shape of mainline Protestantism in this country, and it is in shambles. It is gone from the world of Christianity as I see it. It's a sad situation that Rick Santorum describes there. And, you know, he's invoking Satan. He's invoking transvaginal sonograms. He's covering the entire gamut of absurdity, really, here. As far as I can tell, I don't remember another candidate who went so far with both religious and bizarre medical examples also rooted in religion.
Right. And, I mean, this is something we're laughing at, but invoking Satan is basically a form of fear-mongering.
Of course.
And we brush it off. We think it's funny.
Because it's so absurd.
Right. But there are other people who do not, unfortunately,
right.
and they're going to take this pretty seriously.
If you live your life where you are you know what's interesting? You're supposed to be God-fearing, but also aren't you supposed to also fear Satan? I just feel like
well, you know, I mean, God's kill count is way higher than Satan's. Let's be honest here.
Anyway, I guess you're supposed to fear both God and Satan, but certainly if you believe in Satan, then you have to assume if a candidate is discussing Satan, it is meant to scare you. You're not supposed to embrace Satan the way you would embrace, you know, a magical heavy metal song on a Sunday afternoon, maybe from Lewis's band, or flowers and waterfalls in the park, right? I mean, Satan is not the same as flowers and waterfalls in the park.
Absolutely not. I think we can agree on that.
Here's another interesting follow-up to this. No abortions for women? Well, lawmakers are saying then no vasectomies for men either. Members of Georgia's House of Representatives are debating whether to prohibit abortions for women who are more than 20 weeks pregnant. And House Democrats are planning to introduce their own reproductive rights plan. No more vasectomies that leave thousands of children, Lewis, deprived of birth. This is brilliant because, wait a second, if Rick Santorum is obsessed with zygotes and anything with the potential of or possibility of life, what about semen, Lewis? Kill the seed spillers, jail the seed spillers. It's time we take this country back from who I don't know, who we give it to I don't know, but I'm told that that's kind of how you fearmonger. We have to take the country back. And let's go after all of the seed spillers, Lewis. They are eliminating the possibility of life of millions of children.
Well, I hope no one actually tries to pass a bill like this, because it's kind of a waste of time.
Wow. Lewis putting his foot down.
As funny as it might be, let's be honest here. It's a joke.
I'm a little taken aback. Lewis all of a sudden getting very, very serious with us and getting sick of the pandering and psychosis on the right. Am I reading that right, Lewis?
It's just games. This is all just games. I mean, this is why I don't vote.
Oh, we're getting to that a little later in the show. I have a voicemail that asks Lewis a number of questions.